Wow, his score prediction was just nowhere. Now, before we dive in, I know this is not about the team, but your boy Coach Coop is trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. We're at around 9,750, so I only have like 200 or 300 to go. So if you haven't done so already, if you love college football, if you love Miami Hurricanes, if you could click that subscribe button for me, it doesn't cost you a thing, and I'm trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the month. So it'd be awesome if you could do that, and I appreciate the support. This might be a bad idea because a lot of people are going to tell me, Coop, you should have calmed down before you filmed this video. And maybe you're right. Maybe I should have went back and watched the tape again and really just reviewed the stats before I made a video. But I want this to be raw. I want it to be this is 5-10 minutes after the football game, after it just ended. Virginia Tech beats Miami 42-35. Yes, and this was Coop's. Wow, his score prediction was just nowhere even close. You know, right? 28-7 at halftime. 28-7 at halftime. Let me tell you something even crazier. Miami's first 3 possessions of the game resulted in 3 interceptions from Jaron Williams. You want me to tell you something even crazier? Coop, it gets even crazier than that? It does. The 4th possession resulted in a fumble. Crazy, right? Man, this video is going to be a lot of me venting, just to be honest, putting my frustrations out there. I'm also going to tell you, though, that we will talk about stats. So I will bring that up. I will give you some actual factual things from this game, not just my opinion. I am in no way saying I'm not supporting this team anymore and I'm not a Miami fan. I'm in no way saying that. I'll throw it up right now. I'll throw it up again at the end of the video. I'm still wearing the shirt. I'm still wearing the hat. The U is still plugged in, shining bright back behind me. I'm still a Miami Hurricanes fan, but this one hurt. Let's just go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Let me take a drink before I even mention this, because I know that the comment section is going to be lit on this topic. Does this offense work better with N'Kosi Perry? I'm just asking. I'm asking you guys to leave your comment down below in the chat and let me know what you think. Jaron Williams comes out, throws 3 interceptions, first 3 possessions. We go into the half down 28-7. N'Kosi Perry is playing. Now, he comes in before that, but I'm just saying he puts up the bulk of his stats in the second half. Miami mounts a comeback. I mean, we tied the game at one point. Before that, we went for 2. Baxa, please listen. This video is going to be so scattered. Baxa comes out, cannot hit the extra point. The one thing that you practice every single day is kicking. Every day you practice kicking. And he misses the extra point. The touchdown before that, we went for 2 so we could set ourselves up in the next possession. And Baxa misses the extra point. I've said this before, but it's not all on Baxa. We can't put ourselves in that position, right? Virginia Tech should have never put up 42 points on this Miami defense. Keep in mind, just last week, Duke beat this Virginia Tech team 45-10. Virginia Tech could only put up 10 points on Duke, and they put up 42 on Miami. Okay, so Coop, you said the blame's not all on Baxa. Well, Coop, you said the blame's not all on the defense. It's not. It's also not just the offense, but the offense is also struggling. The offensive line is still struggling. The coaches are struggling. It's problems all around. It's not really just one thing. It's every position, and it's the coaches. I've told you guys, I'm very lenient, I guess, and sometimes too lenient As long as I see improvement week after week, at least in a couple of different areas, I'm cool. I'm down. It's fine. We're improving. We're getting better. What did we improve on for this game? Compare it to the Central Michigan game. We had the bye week in between. What area did we get better in? Where? Now, yes, the offense did start to score some points in the second half with N'Kosi Perry in. Would that have been the same case with this offense if Jaron Williams was still there? I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. If I really had to try to look for a positive here and pull something out of the hat, it would have to be that we fought. I mean, we were down 28-7 at the half, like we discussed, and we did fight and come back and try to win this game. But that's all I got. So let's talk about the stats, because up until this point, it's been, me just venting and voicing my opinion on things. Let's talk about actual stats for this game. Now, I'm looking over at a monitor. I don't have these things memorized. Third down efficiency. Miami, 7 of 15. Virginia Tech, 9 of 16. Passing yards in this game. Virginia Tech, 184. Miami, 469. And I'm going to tell you why the passing numbers are 469, because you're going to hear this and you're thinking, cool, 469 yards. Wow, that's pretty great, right? Rushing yards for Miami, 94. Now hear me out. Going into the half, Miami had 12 rushing yards. We had to pass the ball because we couldn't run the ball. Play action did not work the few times that we did try it, and we knew that going into this game because we can't establish a run game. And we still didn't do it in this game. Couldn't do it. The offensive line still not creating holes for anybody to run through. I think our backs are still pretty good. I'm confident in Dallas and Harris. Maybe could be in Lingard if he could get some carries. The O-line just could not create opportunities for the backs to make anything happen. Therefore, Virginia Tech still doesn't respect the play action. We finally start operating out of the shotgun more. Perry's in, and we rack up 469 passing yards. But the run game still for this was non-existent. Penalties. Miami, 11 penalties for 90 yards. Virginia Tech, 5 penalties for 50 yards. We're still playing undisciplined football. Still, 5 games in and we're still playing undisciplined. Total turnovers, you guys already know the story. 5 total turnovers for Miami, none for Virginia Tech. So this defense did not create any turnovers in this game. And remember, keep in mind, 4 of those turnovers, 4 of the 5 happening in the first quarter. So, and I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, dang, Coop, like, I come here for positivity and you're throwing all these negative things out here. I'm just trying to be realistic. I told you that I'm still a Canes fan. There's nothing wrong with constructive criticism. Something's got to change, and I'm worried now at this point that it's not just the flip of a switch. I'm worried that everything that we've worked on implementing in the offseason is just not going to work. It's not working. And I'm really thinking that based on, I'm going back to originally what I talked about. And so many people got upset with me when I mentioned this. And I'm going to bring it up again. I think that we need to work more around the strengths that we have with this team and work around the weaknesses. So what I mean by that is the offensive line obviously is struggling. It's not the only thing that's struggling, but it is something that is. Let's work around that. So that means more shotgun. If that means that Perry plays instead of Williams, then so be it. Perry was kind of leading the charge with this comeback. 422 yards, 4 touchdown passes. He did have 1 interception. But he balled out. He stepped up to the plate, in my opinion, in this game. But I feel like we need to work with what we have. And it's almost like we're trying to force it. You know when you're a kid and you have those little play things where you put the star in the star and the circle in the circle? Well, it's like we're trying to put the star piece in the circle piece, and it doesn't fit. It doesn't work. You won't be able to make it fit in there. So right now, that's the only solution that I can think of because the season has already begun. So are you going to come in and completely overhaul the offense? No. Completely change up the defense? You're not going to. We've already had our bye weeks. That's done. So it's game after game after game every week now for Miami for the rest of the season. You have to work around what we've got, our strengths and our weaknesses, period. And I know some fans are going to get upset with me, but I have to say congratulations to Virginia Tech on the victory. You marched down to Hard Rock and took care of business. They won the game, guys. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. It's over. They won. Congrats. I'm going to wrap this rant up. We're struggling on offense. We're struggling on defense. We're struggling on special teams. We're struggling everywhere. Coaching. Coaching is also struggling. Play calling. When we're talking ACC championship game and playoffs and things like that, listen, Canes fans, I listen. I get it. We got, how do you say it? We got, it's not bigger fish to fry because there's nothing bigger than the national championship. We got smaller fish to fry. I don't even know how to put it. We got too many things that we need to take care of and get corrected before we even start mentioning that or talking about it at all. We sure as heck can't be talking about that, and we sure as heck can't even be trash talking because we've still not earned the right to this season. We haven't. We've beaten, again, nobody. So don't worry, though, Canes fans. We'll talk it out. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still repping the U all day, every day. I just got to give some constructive criticism, and I gotta put it out there, the things that it's very apparent and obvious that we're struggling with. You know, and I mean, if you really want to break it down, if you wanted me to get out a sheet of paper and create a little graph for you here, pros and cons and good and bad, there is stuff you could put in the pros and in the good. Obviously, there's something, but right now, what we're doing is just not working. It's not. And there's just so many things that need to be corrected or changed. It's tough. It's tough to be a Miami Hurricanes fan right now. And we got to figure out where the heck we go from here. Because 2-3 and 0-2 in the ACC is just unacceptable. So leave your feelings down below. I'm really interested to see what you guys think about the Perry Williams argument, because I know that I'm opening up a gate here that I might regret opening back up, but it's happened. Remember, guys, we are all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I got to say, it's still always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out.